Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Thursday, June 15, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Pittsburgh Pirates vs Chicago Cubs. Although the starter has yet to be announced, Rich Hill is expected to start for the Pittsburgh Pirates on Thursday night. The 43-year-old is coming off 2 quality starts, and he will be facing a Chicago Cubs team that has lost 8 of their last 11 games against National League Central opponents. The Pirates are currently in first place in the NL Central, but the division is not very strong this year. I think the Pirates will win this game, but it will be a low-scoring affair. Both Rich Hill and Marcus Stroman are experienced pitchers who have been pitching well this season. I expect both pitchers to go at least 5 innings, and I expect the bullpens to play a big role in the game. The Cubs have been struggling offensively over the last few weeks. They are 22nd in the majors in runs per game, and they strike out the 4th most. I expect the Pirates' defense to play a big role in this game, and I think the Pirates will win 2-1. I also think the total number of runs scored in this game will be under 9. The total number of runs scored has gone under in 11 of Chicago's last 14 games overall, and it has also gone under in 6 of Pittsburgh's last 8 games against NL Central clubs. I think this will be a low-scoring game, and I am taking the under. Los Angeles Angels vs Texas Rangers. Los Angeles is as hot as any team in baseball, winning 8 of its last 10 games, with series victories over the Chicago Cubs and Seattle. Since losing 3 straight games in Houston, the Angels have been red hot, climbing back into the mix in the division race. Now 4.5 games out of first place, how high will Los soar before the end of the month? Texas has stumbled a bit recently, dropping 5 of its past 6 games. Still, the Rangers lead their division by 3.5 games. We'll see in the coming weeks, though, if this team is a legitimate World Series contender. I'm betting on Los Angeles to win straight up at plus 117. The Angels sport the 4th highest winning percentage, 54.8%, as underdogs with a 17-14 record. They're 6-1 in their last 7 games versus a right-handed starter and 7-2 in their last 9 games versus a starter with a whip of less than 1.15. Right now, the Angels are the hotter team, winning 8 of their last 9 and the first 2 games of this series. Ohtani wasn't as sharp in his last 2 starts, but I feel confident he will rise to the occasion tomorrow against the Rangers. Plus, LA is a confident team at the plate and, should they chase Eovaldi from the game early, the advantage tilts in their favor. The Rangers' bullpen is subpar, with the 7th worst ERA, 4.57, in baseball this season. The Angels have the 4th best ERA, 3.24. At plus odds, I feel there is value betting on the visitors to come out on top. Our team pick is Angels money line. Our total pick is over. Washington Nationals vs Houston Astros. The Houston Astros are the better team on paper, and they have the home field advantage. Mackenzie Gore has struggled on the road this season, while Christian Javier has been solid at home. The Astros lineup has also been producing more runs than the Nationals lineup. I think the Astros will win this game by multiple runs. I also think the total number of runs scored in this game will be over 9. Both teams have been scoring more runs in recent weeks, and the over has hit in 5 of the previous 6 games between these 2 teams in Houston. I think this will be a high-scoring game, and I am taking the over. Cleveland Guardians vs San Diego Padres. Cleveland lost for just the 3rd time in their last 9 games, as they were doubled up by San Diego in the opening game of this series Tuesday night. The Guardians entered Wednesday's action 31-35 on the year and were 2nd in the AL Central, 2.5 games behind the Twins for the top spot. In Tuesday's series opener, Cleveland trailed 4-0 after the opening inning and never got back in the game. Josh Naylor and Josh Bell, run, RBI, each had 2 hits for the Guardians in the loss, with Bell hitting his 6th homer of the season. The Guardians were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position in the loss. Tanner Bybee, 2-2, took the loss on the mound as he threw 4 innings, allowing 6 runs on 8 hits with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, before departing. Allen has done a solid job as a rookie as he had to step in with injuries to Tristan McKenzie, Aaron Civale and Cal Quantrill, not to mention the complete implosion of Zach Plesac. The problem for him here, besides the fact that he has to face a loaded lineup and what the Padres bring to the table, is that he is dealing with as crafty of a veteran as there is in Darvish as his opposing number. Darvish has won his last 2 starts coming into this game, and the Padres have found their stride a bit with 4 wins in 5 games entering Wednesday. Look for the Padres to earn the win here to take the series and head toward the weekend with some positive momentum. Our team pick is San Diego Padres. San Diego won for the fourth time in their last 5 games as they took the opening game of this series Tuesday night. The Padres improved to 32-34 on the year and stood fourth in the NL West entering Wednesday night, 8.5 games behind the Diamondbacks for the top spot. Manny Machado, run, was the lone player with 2 hits in the game for the Padres, while Fernando Tatis Jr., his 13th, and Gary Sanchez, his 6th, each homered. The Padres jumped in front with 4 runs in the first and led the rest of the way. Joe Musgrove, 4-2, earned the win on the mound as he threw 6 innings, allowing 3 runs on 7 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. Josh Hader struck out the side while allowing 1 hit in a scoreless 9th for his 16th save. Our total pick is over. Chicago White Sox vs Los Angeles Dodgers. What a difference a week makes. This time last week, the White Sox were in the midst of an impressive 5-game winning streak that included a series victory over the Yankees. 7 days later, Chicago has lost 3 in a row and 4 of its last 5, including a 5-1 defeat in Los Angeles against the Dodgers on Tuesday. Chicago fell behind 4-0 after 1 inning and didn't get on the scoreboard until the top of the 9th when Andrew Vaughn scored on an RBI groundout by Yasmani Grandal. The White Sox have now scored 2 runs or fewer in 4 of their last 5. Part of the problem could be that the White Sox have been without Eloy Jimenez since June 8 because of a calf injury. Jimenez has had trouble staying healthy this season but is one of Chicago's best run producers when he's in the lineup. Per the Associated Press, White Sox manager Pedro Grifol is optimistic that Jimenez will return on Wednesday. At this point, Chicago needs all the help it can get. In their last 10 games, the White Sox are batting just .192 as a team. They continue to rank in the bottom third of baseball in runs per game, 4.1, batting average, .235, ops, .677, home runs, 70, and stolen bases, 41. Luis Robert Jr. has been the most reliable hitter for Chicago this season. Robert Jr. sports a .261 average and leads the White Sox with 15 home runs and 42 runs scored. Vaughn has seen a lot of time in the middle of the order this season because of injuries to other players, and he leads Chicago with 40 runs driven in. Leadoff batter Tim Anderson has been one of the injured White Sox players and is yet to get going this season, based on his usual standards. He is hitting just .259 and hasn't homered yet. The White Sox will send their ace, Dylan Cease, to the bump for his 15th start of the season on Thursday. Cease is 3-3 with a 4.38 ERA and a 1.34 whip this season to go along with 81 strikeouts through 74 innings pitched. He hasn't factored into the decision in any of his last 4 starts, despite allowing just 1 run in each of his last 2. Cease threw 6 innings against the Marlins in his most recent outing on June 9, allowing only 4 hits while fanning 7. The 27-year-old is 39-29 with a 3.66 ERA in his 5-year MLB career. Even when they've been healthy, the White Sox have been one of the more sluggish offenses in baseball. I can't see them keeping pace with the high-powered Dodgers in this game, even though Cease is on the mound for Chicago. Cease has been awful on the road this season and hasn't enjoyed the same sort of overall dominance that he did in 2021 and 2022. His 5.34 ERA through 6 road starts isn't going to keep his team in the game against LA. The Dodgers have one of the MLB's best records against the run line, covering more than 56% of the time. Their 68% win percentage at home also gives me confidence, especially against a White Sox club that is 10 games under .500 on the road. At first glance, Chicago probably gets the check mark for having the better starting pitcher, but I don't think Cease will be impressive enough to help his team get it done. The star-studded Dodgers lineup has plenty of firepower even without Muncy. 6-time All-Star Freddie Freeman is mashing this year at a .33. Our total pick is over.